Here we could have entered with a fairly small stop loss and a nice swing take profit, aiming for the long term since we're on the daily chart. Here we are on Orcade. If we start from the higher time frames, as I like to do to get some context, so from the weekly, we can see that here all these lows have been taken out, before then starting to do what? Higher highs and higher lows, right? And we can see that here we were in a nice demand zone because the market came back here to the last sell-off from where the bullish impulse started that broke the previous high. So from here we could expect a strong reaction. And I don't care that here with the body it broke slightly to the downside, because if I go up to the monthly chart I see that this is a rejection, not a break, and the higher time frame always takes precedence. If I go down to the daily, what do I see? That a good area to buy could have been right here, but in this case I would have entered with a swing trade on this sell to buy move. And I will explain all these concepts in much more detail one by one. Here I'll provide a lot of information. I've already uploaded a video where I explain my strategy, how I operate in the market, and how I behave. It's very useful. You can go check it out. Where does the market often return to? From where the injection started, that broke the previous highs and is reacting very well, so you could have already entered here, maybe, if you only trade swing. But without wanting to enter with more precision, with the stop below the rejection, take profit here from the high, you would get a 1 to 4, 1 to 5, which is an excellent risk-reward ratio. But that was for swing trading. Instead, let's go down a time frame. I wait for the market to reach those areas. Here I'm on the H4 chart and it has reached my area, and I see that the market is starting to react upwards. I go down further to the H1 chart and I see that here it actually made a higher high than the previous ones. Look here too at how strong the momentum is, but it has left a lot of inefficiency. It could come back to test this structure, but more precisely. Where? Here is the last small sell candle before the buy that breaks through everything. We can see how the sellers, now that they're starting to retrace, are weakening. So I could easily take a small entry here with the stop below the rejection and several take profits here. Obviously, these kinds of entries don't come up every day, because I'm showing you an example of an entry where we go from scalp to swing, basically. So, on small time frames, but with a more swing style take profit for a long-term outlook. Because let's remember where we were here. Daily low, daily high, higher low, so from here we could even see a move to the upside. So let's keep moving forward from our H1, because if we set just a single take profit here, we might miss out on some nice profits. Here we can see how it comes right into our entry, into our sell to buy. Now let's move up a time frame. Let's go to H4 and see how the market reacts very well. In fact, for those who missed it, then on H4, a higher high than the previous one, it came back to the structure. Here it formed a morning star, so you could have re-entered in this situation for a move to the upside. Now let's go to the daily and see how on the daily the market even broke the high here. Obviously, I repeat, these entries don't come up every day. This is just an example, so it's normal that I'm using the replay to show you examples from the past, because I can't go into the future yet. Leave a follow to stay updated with all the training that's coming, a like if you enjoyed the video, and a comment to let me know what you think.